Hey, Jeff here, and today we're going to invest 500 mil overnight and see how much money we can make or lose. So hit that like button, subscribe if you like these kind of videos, and let's jump right into it. This was the first time I've tried to do an overnight flip in a very long time. I'm more of a person who does active flipping, like try to flip items and sit there and wait for them to buy, or maybe wait 1 or 2 hours, not like a whole overnight. So I was looking for items I knew that had a lot of buying and selling, so a lot of volume per day, like a primordial boot, and items like that that I knew maybe had a more consistent price so that I wouldn't be hopefully not losing too much money by the end of this. Like an AGS is another item that has a pretty good high daily volume, so the price stays pretty similar. And I was just trying to look at the lowest price over like the last 4 or 5 hours, and I was just setting these prices in for like 10-15k below those prices. Dragon crossbows are one of those really good items probably to do overnight because it has a 70 buy limit, and you can probably snipe some for pretty cheap. And I was setting all these offers up before I went to bed that night, so I was going to check them before I went to work the next day, which is a great way to make some passive money when you're barely playing. And I am just trying a bunch of different items here. Hill Giant Club, it's traded quite a bit. You can buy up to 125. It's one of those items, if you can get a bunch of them for a cheap price, you can make a huge return on your investment. Since the GE tax on those is only going to be like 10k, since it's a 1 mil item and 1% of 1 mil is 10k. Ham joint's another one of those items that can be a pretty good item. So I'm testing out a lot of items here. This is my first time doing overnight flips in a very, very long time, which it was quite a bit of fun, so I'm glad I got to try this out again. So I went ham joints, we got some dragon limbs, another one of those items that has an obscene trade limit of 10,000 per 4 hours. So I'm like, if I can get plenty of these in for cheap, it has a really low GE tax of like 1 point or 10 points or 17k, so it's not too bad. You won't lose too much. This type of flipping is a lot more like gambling than the other type of flipping I normally do. The other type of flipping is more controlled, where this is more you're taking a chance of items dropping overnight. Something could drop 5 mil overnight if some weird update's coming out. You have to be paying attention to the upcoming updates, what day of the week it is, because Tuesday night into Wednesday night can be a little more volatile because Wednesday is when the update comes out. So if you're trying to do that, you have to keep that in mind. Sunday night into Monday night, you can actually get some really good snipes because there's a lot of bot farms that'll sell their items that night. So there's a lot of different things you have to take in mind when you're doing these overnight flips. I'm going to try to make this into a series where I try this multiple times, and we can keep comparing and contrasting the different times I try this. So as I'm finishing up the offers here, as you can see, I put in an offer for some anguish amulets and some virtuous masks, but I'm trying to maximize my offers right now, so I'm using the rest of my money to jam out the rest of these offers to the max amount, so I have little money left over, which I have 1.4 mil left over. 7 hours and 52 minutes after some nice sleep. We snag some prims, we get the AGSs, we buy some dragon crossbows, we get a couple of those hill giant clubs, which always makes me think of that Harry Potter scene with the giant and sticking it up his nose, that fun scene. So we're trying to find a good price to put these primordials in while I'm at work. So I find a nice price on the graphs, look at the high price and try to find a good price where I think they'll sell. Same with the AGSs here, so I put those in. The crossbows made me a little nervous because buying 29 of them at what I deemed is a low price, but we were due to make a profit if they end up selling. So hill giant clubs only got 3 of them, but like I said before, the GE tax on them is really, really low because it's such a low value item, so any profit you make is almost guaranteed to be a good profit. So that's very nice to get those necklace of anguishes, try to get those sold for profit. Those end up going down quite a bit overnight. And then the virtuous masks, it's got 15 to the 16, so almost hit the 8-hour limit of buying all 16 that you could buy within 8 hours. Lastly, I put in the offer to sell the mask before I head out for work. I come home from work and click on the purple man behind the desk, or purple woman, I don't remember which one I clicked on, and I get the prims they sell for a loss of 173k. That's a bit of a sad note there. We take out the AGS since they didn't move, take those out. The dragon crossbows actually sell for a 1.2 mil profit, so that makes me very, very, very happy. Hill Giant Club sold for a profit of 233k. Anguish was a loss of 324k, and the masks weren't moving right away, so I sold some of them off. 3 hours go by, we cancel out the 2 that didn't move. The AGSs ended up selling for a loss of 734k. That's a big bummer there. And then the virtuous masks over time here, they end up selling for a profit of 747k, so not too bad. I collect my spoils here, and I go and check my bank to make sure I didn't accidentally collect anything to my bank, and I didn't. So the moment of truth, we make a profit of 967k for about 15 minutes of actual in-game effort. So not too bad, and it was a pretty fun gamble. So if you like that and you like these videos, leave a like, subscribe for more. I'm Jeff, and I'll see you next time.